just give it a minute for people to jump on. So we are at St Arnaud at the old Convent, and joining us we got Hecktic Paranormal, and we got Poppy from Hide and Seek Paraquest also. Okay, Hide and Seekers, thank you very much for jumping on. And again, we are here at St Arnaud, of course, the old convent, which, as you all know, is a personal favourite of mine. Joining us, we got Hecktic Paranormal, we got Gemma.
Hello.
Now, Gemma is joined with Vic and Al.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we've got Kate and Ramon arriving very shortly.
Absolutely. So a few of us actually came here the day before. Obviously, because it's quite some distance away from where we live, so we thought we'll get ahead of ourselves and get here obviously a lot sooner rather than later, just to enjoy this magnificent building. As you all know, if you've been following us for a while, this is our fourth time we've come back here, and it's on my all-time top 3 of locations that we've managed to have the privilege of investigating. You know, it's quite challenging to get some properties from the start.
Yeah.
And to get something so amazing as this one is quite a privilege.
It's an absolute gem.
For sure. So the reason we're here this evening, if you are following us on our socials, TikTok, Facebook and YouTube, you would already know that we are conducting a Hide and Seek Paraquest public event this evening. And we're privileged to have the Hecktic Paranormal team join us again. Absolutely amazing group. We do collaborations from time to time, but it's just worked out that we work quite closely with Hecktic, quite regular now.
Yeah.
Since we first met
a
month or 2 ago.
Yeah, not that long at all, to be fair.
And I guess it comes down to, you know, they've got the same belief system and the same professionalism, I guess. You know, I'm not going to knock other groups, but you know, we're on the same page, which is quite hard to come by.
Yeah. I was saying that to you, wasn't I, this morning, how
Yeah.
genuine you guys are.
No, thanks.
Just like us,
Yeah.
you know.
It's
We're here for the right reasons,
For
you know.
sure.
Yeah.
And yeah,
In
it's
this,
been
in
great
this,
with
you know, in this profession, it's so hard to get
Yeah.
a reputation up there.
you. Yeah.
And once you got it, you know, you do everything you can to keep it, because you can lose it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, you're not going to get along with everyone, it's just not how it works. It's not how it works in real life as well.
For sure.
You know, whether you're in a work environment or even family environment, I mean, it doesn't work how you want it to work all the time, but for some reason we've just gelled, and I think we get on pretty well.
Yeah. Lots
It's
of
good.
been enjoying it.
It's been brilliant, honestly. Like, we can't thank you guys enough for having us here this weekend. We were just completely blown away by when we first arrived. It was insane.
Yeah. So for the new Hide and Seekers that have just jumped on, and for new followers, hopefully that will obviously get to go to your socials as well.
Yeah.
Give us a bit of back information who you are and the
Yes,
backstory.
so we're Hecktic Paranormal. We are on pretty much all the social medias. We started, Kate and I have known each other for approximately 6 years, I think. We started in June of 2021, so we're going on to our 3rd year now. Happy birthday to us very soon. And yeah, we've done a few locations. We tend to stay away from the private sort of locations, just because of the logistics of it, and
For sure.
it becomes quite challenging. But yeah, Kate's got 20 odd years in the area, in the field, as you want to call it.
Yeah.
I started when I was about 15, so I've got about a few years.
Just a couple.
Couple of years.
Yeah.
Always had passion for the paranormal. Obviously, Kate does what she does, and
Yeah.
I guess she might explain a little bit when you go live. You'll be live later,
100%.
so she might be able to explain a little bit about what she does. I don't really want to speak for her, but so we've got sort of 5 members of the team now. Actually, Vic has just recently joined us. He's a bit of a newbie. We're getting him to do all the new stuff.
Absolutely. You actually, you come back to Vic, because there's something that I really want to touch on about Vic, so we'll come back to him.
Okay.
So obviously you got Al.
Yeah.
He's a he's probably your tech
dude, yeah, he is. His nickname is the Hecktic Skeptic, as
Yes.
you guys would have picked up on.
100%.
100% skeptical.
Which is great to add to the team.
It is, yeah, it is. I think you've got to be really careful as a skeptic as well, though, not to discredit other people's experiences and emotions and feelings and all that kind of thing. There's a very fine line, and to a degree, I'm a skeptic as well.
Yeah.
But I'm quite open-minded in regards to people's experiences, and I want to know about people's experiences and what they've had, and
100%.
especially, I mean, there's been a lot of stories so far, and we experienced a fair bit last night. Whether it be paranormal or not, we still need to go back and review all the footage, which will take hours, as you well know.
Absolutely. That's the long task, but you know that's why we love it.
Yeah. So we've got him, the Hecktic Skeptic. Then we've got our historian, which is Ramon. He does all of our background stuff.
Yeah.
We specifically didn't do any research on this particular location itself because you've got all the information and you do all the research as well. So we thought we'll just leave it. We'll see what we get on last night, and then hopefully correlate some of what we've got with you guys and see if Kate's already done her download, as she calls it. She gets a lot of information before she goes to a venue. Kate did know we were coming to St Arnaud this time around, obviously, because we got the tickets for it. So she's well aware of that. But there's been a couple of stories you told us last night, which I'm interested to see if Kate picks up on when she comes in, which that'll be fascinating to me, because I've spoken to Kate this morning about whereabouts they're at, and I've not said anything about anything we experienced, so it's going to be interesting. I'm excited.
Just quickly, obviously we are live. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, also live on TikTok. If you are streaming via our TikTok platform, apologies, we just cannot answer questions at the moment. But if you've got any, place them in the comments and we'll come back to you. In fact, I think we got Vic watching it live. So if you have any questions or comments, I'm sure Vic will shout them out and hopefully we can address them. So thanks very much, Vic. So again, we just got Poppy here. On the way, we got Kate, we have got Chris joining us to obviously form our team. Unfortunately, Ian can't make it. He's got family commitments. But yeah, it's going to be a fantastic evening. Around 13 people. So if you are interested, follow us on Facebook. We always put our links on there. And yeah, who knows, maybe join us. Library Investigation, awesome. We've got quite a lot coming up. So yeah, it's going to be very, very busy 6 to 12 months for Hide and Seek, and I'm sure Hecktic. We're just going to be as busy as well. So let's go back to where we are at the moment. So obviously we got here late afternoon.
Yep.
What was your initial thought and feeling when you got to the gates?
Well, the gates were closed.
Yeah.
We pulled up, and I looked at the place. And I actually went, "This can't be it," because I'd seen pictures of it, but only from the front. So obviously, when you pull up to the gate, you can only sort of see the side of the building. I was like, in my head, I think we're at the wrong spot here. And we got out of the car and we had obviously a quick snoop, because you have to. And the size of the property was what struck me first. I was not expecting it. You can put a picture or a video just does not do this place justice.
So true.
You've got to come and see it. You have to, 100%. And then I was sort of looking at the building itself and going, oh, this is going to be good.
It is quite deceiving as you make it through your front door.
Yeah.
It just keeps on giving, which is fantastic. Also, I forgot Lisa, sorry. Lisa's come up with Kate, so apologies, Lisa. But yeah, when you get to the door, the building is just so big, it's like wow. Which is fantastic for when we go with lights down, because obviously we do all our investigations in a pitch black. We did do a few lives yesterday, for those that do follow us, and you did notice the light was on. Yesterday was just purely a treat because we got here today. So tonight is the full-on investigation, complete darkness, all night vision, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So you arrived, you see location, the
Yeah.
questions here. You come through the front door.
Mm-hmm.
What did you feel then?
I actually felt incredibly calm at the front door. 100%. It was just sort of like walking back into, back in time. Just come through the front door and you sort of stand. It's a lot to take in and there's a lot to see. There's a lot of rooms, but I initially got the feeling of, again, this is going to be a good night.
Yeah.
So I didn't get anything particular. I'm not one of them people that really feels things. So when I feel something, it really makes me question what's happening and what's going on, so.
For sure.
Yeah.
And this building will throw 100 questions at you tonight.
Yeah.
It always does.
I can't wait.
We get to leave after an investigation disappointed. We always get some sort of activity.
Yeah.
Again, whether it's paranormal, let you decide.
Yeah.
But it certainly does want us digging deeper, and when we're doing research and what we get. You all know, our followers, that we're not big on technology as far as these apps go. We are trying a new one which is Portal Plus, which is, again, it's all banging to the back end, so we're not a big believer on them. However, it's fantastic to include them in the investigation just for entertainment purposes only, and just see whether we can get any intelligent responses with the questions we asked. And we did actually get a couple yesterday. So yeah, look, we're not a big fan of them, but we will certainly be using them tonight. Just see what comes through. Because as you know, when you spend especially you being here for 2.5 days, it can get quite repetitive.
Oh, absolutely. But investigating does. I mean, you're spending so many hours in a place and you're going into the different rooms and you sort of seem to ask the same questions. I think sometimes we've got to take a step back and think outside of the box. Yes, there were nuns here and there were priests and there were small children, girls in particular. You never know what's walking through the building. Is there some type of residual energy that's been here that hasn't stayed here and you just don't know. So I think we need to not just ask for the people we know are here or we know that have lived at the convent, but we also need to be asking, is there anybody else that wants to come through?
Yeah, that's a really good point.
For sure.
Because you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You've just got no idea. You've got to think outside the box with these investigations, 100%.
Absolutely. For those watching on TikTok, just put a comment, tell us where you're streaming in from. Have we got any questions, Jeffrey?
Just DB asking if this was attached to the kitchen, which it is adjacent to the kitchen, so.
Yeah, in this part, it's an office at the moment. I'm led to believe that it was where all the admin was kept. There's so many different stories to what was actually the building was used for. But at the moment, it is certainly an office. Because that lighting before to be a good place to do a podcast today. So, in your eyes, what do you think takes to become a paranormal investigator?
Patience. A heck of a lot of patience. Absolutely. Because there are sometimes you go on an investigation, you can be there for 6, 8, 10, 12 hours and you get nothing. I don't. You do see a lot of videos and it's every time they go somewhere they've got something and it's just, that's not the case. That's not how paranormal investigations are run. I'm saying that's my opinion, that's my perspective. There are people that are really susceptible to catching things, so I'm not saying that the people out there that are catching things all the time are faking what they're doing. That's not my case or point at all.
Who are we to judge?
We're not. We can't judge because we all have our own experiences, and I just think you've just got to be really careful sometimes with what you're watching and what you're digesting, because a lot of it out there, unfortunately, is not as kosher as you might think it is.
Absolutely, for sure. Look, I've got no problem, being at a location for 11, 12, or however long it is, and you should know everything's tall, and then moving on. As you said, that's nature of the beast.
And I think as well, to be able to have the opportunity to come into a place like this, whether you catch anything or not, we're so grateful for it, because not a lot of people get access to buildings like this, and we've got to try and somehow keep part of the Australian history alive. It's dying, and I just find it really sad that nobody really cares about the history anymore. So if we can help in that aspect as well, try and push these locations for people to hire out on a weekend, then hopefully we're doing the venue, the locations a favour, and you know, we're helping them keep these places running.
For sure.
Because if somebody didn't look after this place, if there wasn't money going into these types of places, it would just rot.
Yeah.
It'd get left like so many buildings that we've got around Australia that are just decaying and abandoned.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Which, I'll stop you there. Look, we've been going now for, what, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? What I'm going to do, I'm going to stop it there. I am going to carry on a podcast, so please jump on, subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on TikTok, and you get behind the scenes. We've got some amazing questions coming up, but yeah, we have got to look after our members also. So I'll stop it there. Yeah, jump on, and we'll have up for our members. Probably the next 12 hours, but yeah, you really want to listen to what we're about to put on the table, basically.
Yeah.
Amazing. Just before we go, Vic, can you go to chair me? I want you to join in.
Oh God.
Might need to sit here.
Yeah, you can sit there.
Yeah, I'll just come up.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Here we go.
This is trouble.
Yeah.
Man of the
So,
hour.
obviously, once people woke up, we had a bit of a debrief how your first night went at the convent.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a bit of a, you know, Al said, oh, you thought he was going through an eyeball because of all the text message noise and notifications he was getting. Can you elaborate more on that?
I think there may have been some activity in the room that we weren't foreseeing.
Anticipating.
Anticipating. Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't personally hear or see anything of it. I believe Jem and Al, who was sharing the room, experienced it more than I did.
So, obviously as the night progressed, I heard a story that you may have jumped ship.
May have jumped ship?
Yeah. Or mattress, should I say?
Yeah, oh, look, it was just, how do I say this for the TikToks? It was more a case of,
Please explain.
as far as places in this venue that's haunted or has, you know, feelings.
Yeah.
Peter was one of the beds in the room that we're in. Seemed to be far more
Just get to the point.
affected by the spirits. So I felt like I shouldn't be in that bed anymore.
Okay, fair enough.
And
Now you're a big figure.
Yeah.
You know, a stocky build.
yeah. So
I'm just glad to enjoy
I feel like I'm just a bigger target in general in this place.
Oh, of course. So I
For the living and the
believe you
deceased.
jumped into bed with one of the lead, well, one of the founders of Hecktic Paraquest.
Yeah. So
Does that give you comfort?
no, it gave me kicks in the back of me through the course of the night. As there were some complaints about the noises coming out of me when I slept.
Okay.
So yeah, there was a
Fair
few
enough.
firm kicks in the back of my
Okay.
myself.
Well, look, you know, one thing that we always do now, as our followers know, Hide and Seek Paraquest are a team that will form to try and find the answers to the unknown. In what so many people in search of, first and foremost. But secondly, you know, we are big on our reputation, we're big on comfort, and we just want to make sure, whoever it is that attends our locations, are comfortable. You know, you've got to really enjoy the evening and the experience, because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to pass on to your friends or your family, and you're not going, you just won't come back. So Hide and Seek want to do everything possible to make sure you are.
No, I appreciate that.
So what we've done, Vic, we've actually got you something to make you comfortable tonight. There you go, pal. I'm sure that will bring some comfort for you. It's nice and fluffy.
No, it's
So yeah, please,
I hope
you can cuddle
I'm
around
already-
all you want.
I just want to thank the team, especially John from Hide and Seek Paraquest, done such a great job of keeping me safe and comfortable.
Yeah, I'm sure that will keep you nice and warm as well.
At least it won't kick me
Nice
too much.
go.
Yeah, it's absolutely. So there you go. I know you're going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it John from Hide and Seek Paraquest. Told you I was gonna cuddle you the
Gold. Well, that's it. We're going to cut this short. We will be going
I'm
down.
just gonna cuddle you the
Gold. Well, that's it. We're going to cut this short. We will be going down.